Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by heavyweight contender Michael Hunter, or Michael Hunter II. Probably more accurate. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. We're missing having you around on the heavyweight scene. You were busy. You were a breath of fresh air, different type of heavyweight, and we haven't seen you in the ring for ages. What's going on?
Yeah, since the whole COVID thing slowed things down, and then me being released from the zone, suddenly, I haven't been able to get quite back in the ring yet. But we're still being patient. I'm still in a great position right now, so things is looking. We're looking forward. So it's not a. It's just going to take some time. We'll be back.
And has there been any movement in terms of promotional agreements or broadcasters, that kind of thing?
Actually, it's just mostly just talking right now. I'm a free agent. I haven't done any deals with anybody right now as of yet. I was talking to, some networks, NBC, Impact, ABC, over some, and selling some content and, getting things started. But, we haven't really, nothing has, been finalized. It's just still in the talking phase.
And you've just finished a training session, so we know you're still ticking over. What does training look like for you at the moment? Like, how hard do you go when you haven't got a date at the moment?
Really, it's really about staying consistent. We're not going, too hard, but it's hard enough because it's consistent. If you're in there 2 or 3 times a day, just pumping it out just a little bit. When the time comes for camp becomes a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? So I really was, repairing my shoulder. I actually haven't hit anything in a long time since the Povetkin fight, really. But uh, you know, just staying in the gym, trying to stay fit, and get a date.
And last time we spoke, it was back in July. It was a few weeks or maybe a month before the Dillian Whyte Povetkin fight at Fight Camp. And you said back then, because we said most people felt you got the raw end of the draw against Povetkin, that perhaps you should have won that fight, got the verdict. And Dillian
Right.
Whyte, instead of choosing to fight you, chose to fight Povetkin. And it seemed at the time that maybe he'd made a sensible decision. But as we saw on August 22nd, perhaps there wasn't a sensible decision to be made between you and Povetkin. Perhaps either way, it would have been an issue. So, what did you make of that fight, and how surprised, if at all, were you that Povetkin came out of the win?
I was actually a little surprised, but surprised that Dillian White was able to have those good rounds right towards the end of his. I thought he lost the first 2 rounds, and then I thought he won the last 2 rounds, but bigger than he lost the first two. So
Sure.
um, I thought I was actually very surprised that he caught him, Povetkin, and twice like that, and he seemed to be in some dire straits. But Povetkin, people said that they need to get Povetkin early. I mean that they shouldn't let him go the longer rounds. They think they should get him in the later rounds, but I think it's actually the opposite. You need to jump on him very early and try to get him out of there. We know that Povetkin is very crafty, and he's going to get his off at some point. It's just that was Dillian White going to be able to take it? And in the first fight he wasn't. But it's a new day, and it's going to be a new time in the ring. Uh, Moons and suns of come up and come down. So it's going to be definitely a different fight. But I still think Povetkin is going to get knocked out still. I think I think he could change it. He seems to have the right mentality. From what I've seen, I haven't been like searching on him or nothing, but from what I have seen, he seems to be in the right place. It's just all going to come down to that day, though. So
What do you make of White going back into the Povetkin rematch so soon after the first fight? I think it was like 91 days or something like that.
I think it's very courageous. Um, it's against tradition, and it's against boxing business. Um, and when it comes to those things, I like that. I have all respect for things like that because he's going against the grain, and he's believing he's betting it all on himself. And I'm that type of guy that bets on himself. So when I see that, I actually, he I actually pull for somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope he does well. Um, I don't know if he will, but I think he will do good. I think he has the right mentality, and he'll pull it off. Um, at some point, I think he'll be a better fight. I'm not saying he'll win, but I think he'll be a better outcome than he did the first one.
Now, as you just mentioned, you're someone who likes to gamble on yourself. We know you're a promotional free agent. We also now know that Tyson Fury, WBC heavyweight champion, is seeking an opponent for December the
Oh,
5th here in the UK. Is that an opportunity that you would relish?
I'll fight for free. Tell him to call me. I'll fight for free wherever, whenever. Just give me the date and the place. I'll show up.
Have you sparred Fury before?
No, I fought Fury in the amateurs.
In
I
the
never
amateurs, yeah.
sparred him. Yeah. He got. They gave him the win, but see, that's the thing. When you fought somebody and you beat them and you've been able to look into them, it's not like it was like some little kid stuff. I feel like me and him both know that if he wants to have a legacy, and not to compare to what the fans are saying, but for his own sake, he has to come see me. You know what I'm saying? We have unfinished business, and there's no doubt about that for sure. Whether the way you want to say who won or who lost, if we look each other in our eyes back in the day, back then and right now, and he wants to kill off all that say that he's the best and he's beat everybody that's walked his way, he has to come through me. That's how I feel.
Do you feel style-wise you're kind of the ideal style to combat Fury, and that you're fast, you're mobile, you're agile, and that's not necessarily something he's competed against much so far?
Absolutely. I think that I'm the wrong fit for him. I think he knows that. I think his team knows that. And like I said, I feel like if he wants to build that great, great legacy for him in his own mind, I think the people, it's all up for debate when it comes to fans. But for his own sake, I feel like there's some things like even for myself, we all as a fighters, there's some people and there's fighters and fights and situations that we want to redeem and get that off our chest. So I feel like that's that type of fight.
Now, your generous offer to fight for free notwithstanding, do you think there's a healthy chance that they'll want to keep it in-house and use a top-ranked guy, an ESPN guy?
Oh, absolutely. That's the motto. So, and Top Rank is been dealing with that motto for a long time. Uh, you know, so yeah, I feel like they'll probably find somebody that that they deal with Top Rank that they could deal with and continue to deal with after. Probably won't get much of a payday for this fight, but still opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So it's all business.
And assuming you're not in the opposite corner to Fury on December 5th, as much as we'd both like you to be, I think, where's your next move? What do you feel, when will you next be out, do you think?
I'm looking for December, regardless. Either way, I'm looking to fight in December before the year's up, and I'll have some official lockdown dates in the next week.
Oh, awesome. So there is something on the horizon, you're just not in a position to confirm it yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good to hear. How's your family getting on? I meant to ask. Obviously, you spent a lot more time at home recently than you're probably used to. That must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good. You know, I've gotten to see my son a lot more. I've gotten to visit and play and experience him. As while they're young at these age. Sometimes we have to go to camp, and I've missed a lot of time with him during camps and trying to make things work. Yeah, it's been actually I've been enjoying every bit of it. So
Glad to hear that. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. we hope you're here on December the 5th. I think we both know it's not overly likely at the moment, but
Right.
we'll be delighted if you are. But if not, hope to see you back in action regardless in December, and maybe we'll speak to you again in the lead up to that fight.
Hey, thank you. It's always a pleasure doing the interview with you. And I appreciate you guys.
Thanks very much. Take care, Michael. Speak to you soon.
One love.